Hey guys, what's up, how's it going? My name is Robin. Welcome back once again for another update on the channel for this week. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing to you guys my Canadian-based stock portfolio with Wealthsimple Trade. We'll be going with the stocks. I'll be showing you guys what stocks I'm going to be buying today, and I'll give you guys a portfolio update and show you guys plans for the future as we recently have been maxing out our TFSA, and we're going to be opening a brand new personal account in today's video. And of course, this wouldn't be a Canadian video unless I showed you guys a bunch of snow. Look at what we got yesterday night. Just snow everywhere, so yeah. So just a little recap on the purpose of this video in this series and this channel for the most part. This YouTube channel kind of started as me as a way to document my investing journey and kind of show you guys how I've been basically building a portfolio and just kind of keep things going and show you guys some inspiration along the way as we work towards one day being financially free and hopefully basically paying for everything that we own and paying our living costs with our dividend-based Canadian stocks. So I've been doing this for quite a while, and we're on week number 71 of the portfolio, and like I mentioned, the main theme in today's video will be starting a brand new personal account, putting some stocks in there, and I'll be showing you guys what stocks I'm going to be adding today, and of course I'll give you guys an update on the dividend income and how much money we've actually made in the portfolio so far. And before we jump in the video really quickly, guys, if you guys want to support the channel, you can do so by number one, smashing the like button. That really helps out and supports the channel. You can also subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more updates and follow alongside with me as I do them. And last but not least, if you guys really want to help me out, I'll put my affiliate links to Wealthsimple Trade in the description of this video. If you guys use those links, you'll get $10 free to trade when you guys set up your account. So check that out if you guys want to help me out. Alright, so let's jump inside the TFSA. Let's take a peek at our stock, and I'll give you guys an update on how our stocks are doing for today. Alright guys, so as you guys can see here, we have two accounts on our Wealthsimple Trade dashboard here. We have our personal account we just opened. We have $300 to buy stocks today, and then we have our TFSA with 16 different stocks that has a balance of 29,489. We are very, very close to maxing this out, so I have to do a little bit of math just to kind of see for sure where we're at, but we're going to probably put this account on hold, and when we do these updates, I'll basically be updating you guys on both accounts separately. It'll be kind of cool to see, as an account that's older like the TFSA kind of grow over time as opposed to the personal account, which is more new, so it'll be interesting to see. But anyways guys, here's the TFSA. Like I said, we have $29,000, almost $30,000 inside our portfolio. If we go with the past day, the portfolio was up 3% in the past day, which would be this morning, I guess. The stock market opened up pretty flatlining. Over the past week, it's been up $61.62. Looks like it's been a little bit of an increase, but not too much going on there. Over the past month, we're up 3%, which is $900, which is quite a bit, like I said. And if we go over the past 3 months, we can see a lot of growth inside the portfolio since the start of the year. The start of the year has been really good for Canadian stocks, and more specifically, our portfolio going up $2,304 over the past 3 months is pretty good gain. That's 8% in the past month. So you guys can see, like, as we invested in the pandemic, when the stock market has this kind of recovery year, as most people kind of predict what happens after a big dip in the market, we can see those earnings now starting to show inside those stocks, which is really cool. And over the past year, we're up 15% inside the portfolio. That's $3,742. So we are on our way up, and we are doing pretty good, and we're pretty happy with that. And all time, the portfolio is up 14%. And the focus for the new account is going to be pretty similar to the TFSA for now. We're going to be focusing on buying some of the same solid stocks. I'm going to kind of probably buy some of my more favorite stocks to start off with, and I might pick an ETF or two just like in my TFSA, and we'll focus on that. And then over time, as you grow the personal account, I will be adding some new stocks here and there. So for the most part, it's going to basically be the same thing as our TFSA. We're just going to extend it a little bit, but over time we will definitely be adding new stocks inside of our personal account. Alright, so let's jump back inside the personal account and let's see what stocks I'm actually going to be buying inside my brand new personal stock portfolio with Wealthsimple Trade. So as you guys can see, we have a fresh new personal account. We have a few $100 to trade, and we have no history in this account. I did have a personal account before that I had to basically empty all the cash in before, that we used way back, when I first started my YouTube channel, that had my REITs in. I had to actually close that account and start a new one because the reporting it was kind of like factoring some of those older stocks, so it was screwing up the reporting. So I had to start a brand new account from fresh. But here we go, guys. We have $300 in our personal account, and we have no stocks in here. So the main focus, like I always mention, is to focus on ETFs and then pick maybe some stocks here and there. And like I said, we're going to kind of mirror the TFSA to some degree to kind of get things going. And then over time, as we kind of get some stocks in here, I will be adding some new stocks here and there. So in today's video, we're going to focus on my two favorite stocks that I have inside my TFSA, and you guys probably be able to guess what they are. We're going to pick one ETF, which is going to be the Canadian-based ETF VDY. And the good reason for this is just this is our dividend-based ETF. It also gives benefits in regards to taxes because it's in a personal account. Canadian dividend stocks do get kind of, I guess you pay less tax on them or whatever it is. So that's cool to have as well. We can actually see some new updates here on Wealthsimple Trade as well, which is really cool. I've kind of noticed this over the past couple days, so it looks like they are updating things. Just looks like interface UI interface updates here, which is pretty cool. So we'll click on our personal account. We have $300, and I'll probably buy about $100 or so of VDY to get the account started. We'll get a nice good ETF in there, and then we will look at the second stock here, which we'll talk about in just a second. So we'll buy 3 shares of VDY, which currently has a yield of 4%. And if we go over the past year, VDY is up 37%, which is a good recovery. And if I check out my TFSA, we can see we have 213 shares inside my TFSA, which is $8,000 in total value, and it's up 14%. So pretty good for an ETF. It's growing. It's got a monthly dividend, and it's just a nice, good ETF with lots of good dividend-based stocks. So we'll buy that inside the personal account. And I just want to check here really quickly once we do this, if this will pop up in the same area. It'd be really cool if it did. So I'll refresh this page, and we'll see kind of how it shows up here. So we can see that it does show the 2 accounts. So this is super cool. So when I actually show you guys the stocks, I can show you the TFSA here, and then I can show you the personal account. So that's super cool. I actually really like that. That's really neat. I'm glad they have it set up like that. So we'll go back inside the portfolio here. And the other stock we're going to be buying today, you can see the graph already updated for the $300 that we stuck inside the account. And the other stock we're going to buy today is going to be my favorite stock, and that's going to be TD. And like I said, guys, you can just type the stock name up here. You can search for it, and then you can just buy the stock. Just make sure the tickers and everything line up, because some tickers can be a little bit confusing, and you don't want to buy the wrong stock. So make sure you get the right ones. But anyways, guys, here's TD, my favorite Canadian bank stock, up 45% in the past year. Strong recovery over the past 5 years, up 50%, even including the pandemic. So if the pandemic was just a regular year, the stock would probably be up 55 to 60% or something like that. So just really good Canadian-based dividend stock, and it is a really good dividend-based stock. It's got a yield of 3.81%, lots of growth, and inside our TFSA TD, we have 31 shares, total value of $2,574, and it's got a return of 19.64%, which is pretty sweet for a little bit over a year, I guess. So again, this is why I invested so much in TD. It's just such a good, consistent stock, and it just keeps growing. As you guys can see, 20% return over a good dividend-based stock, I think is pretty solid. So we're going to put the rest of our shares in TD, which is going to be about, let's see here, we have $186 to spend. So we'll put about it looks like we can buy 2 shares of TD. And then if we have anything left over, I'll probably just either hold it in the account or I'll stick the rest into VDY, depending on how much we have left over. But those are the 2 stocks I'm going to be starting my personal account with. And then, like I said, over time, we will build upon it and grow it. And of course, to give you guys a better representation of my stock portfolio, here's a cool little graph that we'll take a quick little peek at, so you guys can see my holdings and you can see actually what stocks I actually hold inside my portfolio, just to get a better idea of the composition and the allocation of all my different stocks. And here's a quick little update from Track Your Dividends, which is a cool little website that I use. It's a free website to use. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. Lets you just see an overall view of your portfolio and how it's doing. This isn't 100% updated because I did buy some stocks today. Haven't updated them in yet, but as you guys can see, we have a portfolio value here. I do need to add some of my recent buys in here, but again, you guys can just see a quick glance of how things are. We have a dividend yield of 3.42% inside of all of our stocks inside of our TFSA, and our yield on cost is 3.82%, so a little bit of a yield increase over the past year. And our annual dividend income as of right now is just under $1,000, and this is just an estimate. It's not 100% accurate. It's just kind of what they're kind of basically guessing it's going to be, kind of thing, based off all of our stocks and whatnot. And if we go into diversification and we go to summary here, we can actually see our different holdings here. So once again, it's not 100% updated, but it's like, I think it might be like a week or 2 out, but it's not a big deal. I kind of tend to update it once a week or so whenever I have some free time. But you guys can see here that the basis of our portfolio is in ETFs, VFV, which is US stocks, and VDY, which is Canadian stocks. So about 30-30 either way, which makes about 60% of our portfolio in ETFs. And then we have some communication services like the Telus and Shaws. We have utilities, which is another one of our big ones. A little bit of industrials, what that I put inside the portfolio. A little bit of real estate. We have 15% in real estate, not a ton, but a little bit. I like to have a little bit in real estate, and then we have financials. So the main ones are, I would say, probably financials, and probably utilities are probably the biggest ones, with a little bit of REIT stocks inside of our TFSA. So, and if you go to stock diversification, we can actually see the individual stocks. So once again, VFV 28%, VDY 28%, Manulife 5%, RioCan 8%, H&R REIT 6%, TD 8%, and then XRE, which is one of our REITs that we will eventually sell. So, and then here we have some individual stocks that I've been buying here and there. So just a quick little update on the allocation and the diversification side of our portfolio. And as we close up today's video, there's two things I want to focus on here. And number one is going to be the dividend income of the portfolio. So I'll show you guys the dividend income. I've been tracking this monthly since we first started this portfolio. So we'll jump inside the spreadsheet and I'll show you guys the dividend income. But I also want to show you guys basically my expenses, because I've been kind of tracking my expenses and I've been kind of role playing, trying to live off my dividend income, because that is the goal of the portfolio long term. So I'll show you guys those two spreadsheets. We'll talk about them really quickly, and then we'll close out this video and finish up here for today. And last but not least, to kind of close the end of the video here, we'll talk about the dividends, and I'll show you guys the dividend income, and we'll talk about how the spreadsheet where I show you guys all my expenses and whatnot. I haven't talked about that for a while because I basically haven't really bought much with my dividends because of everything that's been going on. Basically just been reinvesting the money, but we'll get back into that kind of here shortly, and I'll do more videos about that kind of stuff. But for starters here, here's the dividend income. As you guys can see, it's been slowly growing inside the portfolio over time. We started off with 44 cents in the very first month back in January of 2020, and then it's just been slowly growing as time goes on. And as you guys can see, it's been pretty slow, like I mentioned, but it keeps growing on a regular basis. You know, on our 5th month, we broke $10, which was $12. And then on our 7th month, we hit $20. And then on our 9th month, we hit 44. So you can see like the slow but steady growth. But every time the income grows, it goes up higher and higher, right? And quicker too. We hit $50 on the 12th month, and then we actually hit an all-time high on the 15th month of $70. And then in month 16 of April, which is this current month, we're not even done the month yet, we're at $78 in dividends. And my estimate is that we might actually hit a $100 month, because pretty much everything paid out this month, which is actually just the way it is kind of thing. But we might hit $100, our first $100 month with the dividend portfolio on month number 16. I'm not 100% sure of that. It depends on when we get it, but I do know we do have a big dividend from TD coming towards the end of the month, so keep an eye out for that. And once again, we are just reinvesting these dividends over time to grow the portfolio. You can see that the total dividend income is $503. So if we add up all these months together, we basically made $500 in dividends. So once again, not much, but if we're making like $50 to $100 a month, that $500 is going to really start to grow really quickly over the next little while. I'm going down here. Here's the things I've been buying with my dividends. You know, if you guys follow the channel, I've been kind of role playing, trying to live off my dividends, trying to be a little bit more frugal and whatnot. And I do have a video coming this weekend or over the next couple of days that's going to talk about some we're going to go grocery shopping, and I'll give you guys some recipes and whatnot that have some cheap recipes, some ideas to save some money, because, you know, personal finance and investing go hand in hand. They really, really do. And I can't stress that enough. So as you guys can see here, we're buying a few things with our dividend income. I have this cool little spreadsheet. I might put these spreadsheets online for you guys to kind of see them. You can use them. You can just take a peek at them, whatever you guys want to do. But we've been slowly adding things inside of our basically my life, using our dividend income to buy these things. So nothing new, I don't think, that I've added over the past while, so I'm not going to talk about it, but you guys can just see the regular stuff we've already bought. You have to check the older videos if you guys want to see some of that stuff, but maybe I want to get back into doing that again on a regular basis, as I did order a bunch of stuff to come in. I bought a bunch of movies and stuff like that, so keep an eye out for that in the future. But anyways, that's a quick little update on the two spreadsheets, guys, and my dividend income and kind of where I'm spending my money. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like usual, if you did enjoy the video, please smash that like button. It really helps out. And subscribe to the channel if you guys want to follow alongside with me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to get back to you. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoy this video. Take care and have yourself a good week.